what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing some eye swatches. I just got this bad boy in the mail. This is the ColourPop Hocus Pocus collection. Look at this freaking box. How cool is this? I want to cut that out and frame it because I think it's just so freaking cool. And I have all the products in here. We have a lot to get into today. If you're new to my live swatching videos, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you don't mind, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel and you guys check if you're subscribed again. Anyway, like I was saying, if you're new to my live swatching videos, this is where I try all the makeup on my face. So eyeshadows we will do on the eyes, lips, cheeks, whatever. We'll put it on my freaking face so we can just get an idea of the texture and things like that. And I'm super stoked. So what should we start with? I think right off the bat, I want to try the lip duo, and then we will get into the cream gel liners, which we will do on the eyes, and then we'll get into the eye swatches and the glitter. I think there's some glittery obsessed products in here. So yeah, let's go in that order. Let's start with lips. Oh, gotta zoom you beautiful bitches in. Hold on. Spooky. Few things I think you guys might ask. My earrings I bought from Express like 4 years ago, probably 3 years ago. I doubt they still have them, so I'm sorry, but there's a lot of awesome star and moon and, you know, earrings out there. Just type it into Google. Etsy has some beautiful ones. You can probably find something pretty similar online. Secondly, don't mind this little owie on my forehead. I unfortunately had a seizure last week, and so that's also another thing. My content was pretty sucky last week. I think I had one video, which is really not me, but I've just been kind of trying to recover a little bit. So I don't want to make that a big deal. I don't like to talk about it a whole lot, but it sucked. And I have an owie on my forehead, so try not to mind that too much. Okay, so this is the lip duo. I love a lip duo. I love getting both options just in one purchase. This is a lipstick and a lippy pencil. So it's a nice little lip kit. Obviously just adorable, gorgeous packaging. Oh my gosh, this packaging is freaking everything. First of all, the lining of the box is a dream. You have a cauldron, you have an eye, you have potions. Wow, I wish, the one thing I think this collection is missing is I would have loved if they sold a makeup bag. Just like a beautiful cream bag with this print on it would have been sick. ColourPop, come on, step it up. And then here's the lipstick and the lip liner packaging. All the fun little details on there. So spooky and amazing. I also did my nails super spooky for today. I have on Etsy Wicked. I mean, a go-to, right? This is a classic nail polish if you like dark nails. And then on my accent nails here, I did a layer of My Jam by Lights Lacquer. Thought I would just purple it up a bit in a few spots. Super fun. This lip liner is called Come We Fly, and it looks to be just a nice red. I haven't looked at this collection in depth yet, but if something is not called Amok in this collection, I will burn my whole life to the ground. I won't actually. Please don't call the cops. They're sick of people calling about me. No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's try this out. Oh, so freaking creamy and like too creamy. I wasn't prepared for it, so I did kind of a bad job right away. I love this red because it's not a traditional kind of blue red. There's definitely some spice to it. There's like a little bit of orange in there. And I mean, so creamy. If you guys have used any of the ColourPop lip pencils before, you'll know how just deliciously creamy it is. And it's gorgeous. Oh, wow. Here is the lipstick. It is called Winnie. Notice the beautiful detail. Even on the lipstick itself, there's a little imprint of a spider, a few spiders there. That is super cool. Here on my hand, I have swatched the lipstick and the lip liner. They're like the exact same shade. I think Winnie might be a hair lighter than the lip liner. But it's nothing that you'll be able to tell, but it's a really nice little lip combo. But yeah, you guys, that's the lip duo. Let me know what you think. Next, we're going to be doing the cream gel liners. We will be doing these on my top lash line so we can try and get a good look at them. Packaging, again, is sick. I also want to point out on the inside as well, it still has that lining. We have 3 colors here. Naturally, we have a green, a purple, and a red. I mean, duh, of course. I first want to start with the green. I am such a sucker for green eyeliner, and I really want to see what this baby looks like. And you know what? Let me zoom you beautiful bitches in even further, okay? I want you all up in my grill, all up in this big old mug of a face I have. So the green here is called Black Flame Candle, and the lid itself does have the little eyes on it. I wonder what type of contract, it doesn't matter at all, but I do wonder the details of ColourPop and Disney's relationship because they've collabed on, I mean, they have done so many countless Disney collections. I always wonder the business side of that. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of wing liner this baby so we can really get a good look at it. I feel so Christmassy right now with this green and this red lip. It's actually really cute little holiday look. But anyway, it's a more of a muted green for sure, more on the sagey side, and it looks to have a tiny bit of a sheen. It's fitting. It works. So there's the shade Black Flame Candle. Next, we're getting into the red, and this shade is called Sisters. Or how does she say? Sisters! Is James Charles actually a witch with his sisters merch? And this looks to have some heavy metallic in it as well, so I'm assuming they're all going to have a bit of a metallic, which makes sense for sure. Oh my gosh, this one is fantastic! Holy smokes! That is super metallic! Oh, I'm really pleased. I love that this one has shine, because let's be honest, not that it's recommended or the safest, but if you ever really wanted red eyeliner, most artists will just use lip liner. So I like that this has a little bit of a different element to it than, you know, the red lip liner that actually comes in this collection. Again, I'm not advising that you do that, so don't do it and then have an eye infection and then sue me, please. I'm telling you not to do it. I just know makeup artists do tend to do that when they want a serious red eyeliner. This is show-stoppingly gorgeous. I am so crazy about this eyeliner. Look how metallic that is. It has such a beautiful sheen to it. It is a gorgeous red. There's almost some orangey tones in it as well. There it is on my hand there. It's so pretty. The next shade is called Trick or Treat, and this is our purple. Will it be a purple I enjoy? We will see. It's always hard doing eye swatches when you already have mascara on. Oh, and I love this purple. I really do. Oh my god, it's stunning. It is so rich. Almost has a bit of a burgundy element to it, but it's still purple. I love that. I love that purple. And that's not common for me to say, as you guys know. But yeah, there is Trick or Treat. Super gorgeous. I'm curious to know your favorite out of these three liners. For me, it's definitely the red and the purple. Okay, the moment I've been waiting for. I don't want to speak for you guys, but this is certainly the moment I've been waiting for. We're going to be getting into the Gather Round Sisters eyeshadow palette. Let's first take a minute to take in this packaging. I love that it's a matte palette, but all of the text and the graphics all are glossy. And then there's this gorgeous kind of, I wouldn't even say rose gold, it's a truly bronze detail here with the cauldron. And then on the back, the eyeshadows are the cauldrons. On the inside, we have this really cool kind of animated version of the Hocus Pocus sisters. They're kind of cartoony, which is cool. And here is the beautiful palette. First impressions, I am completely satisfied with the colors chosen in this palette, but there is one thing I want to address. I did see, and for the life of me, I can't remember who tweeted this, so if you're watching this video, I am so sorry. Please let me know who tweeted this down below. For the life of me, I cannot remember who tweeted this, but I saw some people suggest that it was almost identical or very close to the Garden Variety palette, which is what I have here, right? Yes, I did double check. So this here is the Garden Variety palette, and here, oh no, dang it, let me zoom you beautiful bitches out. Hold on, a lot of zooming today. So here we have the Garden Variety palette, and here we have the Hocus Pocus palette. There are definitely similarities within those purple columns, I would say, are the two most obvious. Like, hi, yeah, they're purple columns. And then, of course, we have some greens and bronzes as well. In my mind, I can see where people think they're similar. I mean, they are. We got a lot of greens, purples, browns, but they're not identical to me. I do think there's enough different variation between the two. If you missed it, I do have eye swatches on this palette that you can go and compare after watching this video. If you want to make up your mind, perhaps you already purchased Garden Variety and you want to make sure they're different enough. Overall, I feel that Garden Variety is a lot more springy in their color variation, whereas Hocus Pocus is a little more muted, a little richer, a little more velvety, a little just... In fact, between the two, I already know, even without swatching it, that I much would prefer the Hocus Pocus palette, just because I'm more drawn to these really medium to dark tone shades as opposed to all these light shades. This one does have them, but they're not the same. They're just simply not the same. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I mean, definitely that purple section is pretty close, but it's different enough. This is much much, much richer and not quite as light overall. So I see the comparison, but I don't think they're the same whatsoever. I try not to look for that. I try to kind of look more for the stories that the palettes tell. And for me, this does feel like Hocus Pocus. The colors are dark, they're rich, they're vibrant and yet muted. I mean, I like the story. So anyway, you guys, let's get started. All right, so the first shade here is called Full Moon. This does appear to be a sequin formula. If you're unfamiliar, it's where they take a matte shadow and they put little flecks of sparkle into the shadow. Ones like this annoy me because I don't think they're going to show up a whole lot. However, I will say for the first time in a long time, there's a few sequin shadows, actually specifically these two right here, that I actually am pretty jazzed about. I really am, and we'll, spend more time talking about those, obviously, when we get to them. But this first one here, I wish they would have, fully went hard with this shade and did an intense, a ton of glitter to it. Otherwise, for me, it's a little pointless, because it's really just a soft cream with very tiny little sparkles in there, which will eventually just all fleck off anyway. And it's funny because I've actually noticed in the comments of ColourPop's Instagram posts, a lot of people are kind of over the sequin formula for sure. Only because I feel like they've done it so much. So I'm hoping that they start to kind of pull back a little bit unless they're really, really special, which I do believe 2 at least, but possibly 3 of these will be. So we'll see. So there is a shade Full Moon. I'm going to go just straight across. So the next shade is called Hello Salem. As I'm doing these swatches, I actually have Hocus Pocus queued up on my laptop, and I'm watching it between removing each shade and stuff just to kind of get in the mood, and it feels so good. It feels good to feel good about something after, this summer from hell. It's like, yes, we're still in quarantine, we're still social distancing, things are still hard, of course, but I feel like, in a certain way, I mean, do you guys feel this as well? Fall is at least kind of enlivening your spirit a little bit, though things are going to be much different this fall and this Halloween. I don't know. It feels refreshing to just, summer felt like such a, I don't even know what it felt like. It felt like just, it wasn't real. It almost felt like a movie, right? This is a lovely, really nice little, kind of like a beigey shade. Definitely more on the mauve-y pink side, and it's 100% matte, which I'm so grateful for. It's just very soft, very, very light. So there is the shade Hello Salem. The next shade is called Brew Potion, and this is kind of a glitter. Ooh, this looks gorgeous. And it's one of those ones that you kind of want to use with your finger. It has some stick and some grip to it, which is awesome. It makes it so user-friendly. I know this is like fall, but I feel so holiday right now. The red lip. It's the red lip that just keeps making me think Christmas vibes. But you guys, this is beautiful. I mean, what can you say? You can see it with your own eyes. The shine is just impeccable. And it's really just pure bronzy gold goodness. No other colors in there, and that's what I love about it. The next shade is On Toast, and this is a matte formula, and it looks like a really, really, really rich brown. I actually think it's going to be a lot warmer on the eye than it even looks in the pan. Yeah, it's like, I love this. I was worried it was going to be a little too muted, but no, that is not the case, people. It is so rich with color, and that just makes me so happy because I feel like the past few palettes or more recent shadows I've tried from ColourPop, and of course it has to do with the season. We were in summer and we were in spring, and there were a lot of light to medium tones, and I wanted this richness so bad. I missed it so bad. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It'll be beautiful all over the lid, beautiful as a transition. It's gorgeous, you guys. There is a shade On Toast. I put up my hair. I hope you guys don't mind. Why would you mind? That was so stupid. The next shade here is Coven. This is one of the sequin shadows that I am particularly excited about. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Ah! Ah! See, this is what I want. If you're going to do this sequin formula, do it right. Really load it up, people. And when I say people, I mean ColourPop. Load it up, ColourPop. Put it all out there, CP. I mean, the fact that that shows up even with a brush, because normally now what you do with these sequin shadows is you would follow up with your finger and really press those and melt those on top, but you really didn't have to. Of course, it does make it so much better, but I love this color. Yeah, there is Coven. The next shade is called Come Little Children. This is another sequin formula, and this is a warmer taupe brown with some silver sparkle in it. This one's pretty. It's not pretty. It's a pretty shade, but I think I was so wowed by Coven that it makes this one as a follow-up a little less exciting. I like it. It's pretty, but it's hard to come off that high, or coming off of the high from the last shade makes this shade kind of doesn't super wow me. It's pretty, but it's not a wow. So yeah, that's the shade Come Little Children. Let me know what you think. The next shade is Tis Firm, and this is a metallic, actually it looks super metallic. This is my little Bretman Rock Wet n Wild brush, I think, yes. So far I've been using all Sigma brushes, and now this is Wet n Wild. And as you guys know, with the metallic shades, we'll first apply it with a dry brush, and I really like it. I love how light it is. Like, even the contrast with this red lipstick, though they're both reds, I love the difference in them. Let's now wet the brush and see what that'll do. Okay, I've wet my brush. Oh yeah, it just gives a nice glossy vibe. Look at that. Oh, look at that high shine. Doesn't really alter the color much, but it definitely, you know, pumps it up a bit. Gives a beautiful, beautiful metallic sheen. So I love that. There is the shade Tis Firm. The next shade... I can't even say the next shade. The next shade is Thackery Banks. They did a cute job with these names. I wonder if Disney, did they like give them a list of names I'm so curious about these collabs, you guys. I just am. With a company like Disney, like I wonder how controlled it is, or if they're loosey-goosey and they're like, do it up, do us good. I'm curious. Did I even finish my sentence? I was wondering if Disney gives them like a list of approved names or what they would like. I imagine they have a whole department, obviously, that like works specifically on dealing with collabs with other businesses, because Disney has, you know, their hands everywhere, don't they? That little Mickey, all about making them big bucks. Oh, it's a beautiful purple, and I know, I'm shocked to say it, but it is. I like this purple a lot, okay? I do. I mean, look how rich it is. It's just vibrant. It is so yummy. And that's it, just with a dry brush, which is what's really fascinating. Let's wet the brush now and have a little look-see. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that kind of actually really brightened the color. I don't want to say neon, but almost like fluorescent? I don't know what the word is I'm trying to find in my head, but that made it really, really cool. I mean, my gosh, you guys, can you imagine walking around with eyeshadow this beautiful? Can you imagine? I mean, obviously not this application. This application is shit. But the color itself is so gorgeous. It is so stunning, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but it is gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 you guys. There is the shade Thackery Banks. On to the next shade. This one is called Yabos. Max likes your Yabos. Oh my god, to be young again. Anyway, sorry. I'm like reminiscing of when I didn't have Yabos and life was so much simpler. At that time, all I could dream about was having Yabos one day. And then I got Yabos, and it's been the bane of my existence ever since. They ruined my life. They got me in heaps of trouble growing up. Couldn't wait to show them to everybody. Anyway, I'm done. I'm not allowed to film this late because I get a little weird and I say strange things. It's about 11 o'clock. I had to take a break because I had a small mental breakdown just very shortly ago. And I had to talk to my mom because I was kind of losing my shit. It's a stressful time for me, you guys. It's a stressful time for all of us, so ignore me. I know we are all stressed. My stress is not any bigger than anyone else's. Oh my freaking goodness. This shade just made my Yabos perk right up. Good gravy, what is wrong with me? This is so freaking beautiful. Are you kidding me? Look at that green. Look at that beauty. And that is with a dry brush, people. Oh, I can't take it. Let's wet the brush. Oh my goodness. This green brings me so much freaking joy. It's unique, and it's one of those shades I love because right here where the light is focused, it looks a little brighter, a little lighter. And then in the shadow, it's this dark, dark, dingy olivey green, and it gives you that instant smoky eye effect. It's a stunner. I am so crazy. This whole row, minus Come Little Children, all these metallics have been Whoo! Super beautiful. So that is the shade Yabos. It definitely has my Yabos standing at attention. Okay, this Sequin Shadow is the one I've been most excited about in this palette. Well, I don't know. Coven may have been the most. It was between these two. This next one is called I Call It a Bus. Right here. Now this one, the sparkle in here looks to be green, purple, orange. Very witchy, spooky color. Oh, wow. Wow! Oh my god, just the instant you press in with the brush, it's there. It is there, and it is so pretty. If you're not intimidated by black shadows, and you shouldn't be, just do your eyes first if you're going to be doing an all-over eye look, and then move on to your foundation, and then there's no reason to be nervous. You can handle it. If you want to use a black eyeshadow, this is the one to use. This is so beautiful because, gosh, and I just really don't think the camera will show the glitter, but it is, like, when I'm looking at it in my mirror, I can see that it's green, it's purple, it's orange. It is super special. It is super, super pretty. Let me take a little with my finger. We don't even really need to, but just because. That is so gorgeous. I love this. All right, you guys, on to the very last row. The first shade is called Wench, and it looks just like a silver. This is the one in the palette that I'm definitely most bummed about, just first impression basis. I'm like, oh my god, don't default to a silver, people. I feel like it's such a default. Like, brands will throw silver in just to fill a space, I swear. And I'm like, why not just, you know, get a little funky? Don't default to silver. Not many people are running around wearing silver eyeshadow. It's just really not a thing. This one's interesting though, I will say. It's not a full silver. It actually has a bit of a, like a wheat tone to it. Does that make any sense at all? It's a silver, but with yellow in it. It's interesting. I'll give them that. Will you catch me wearing it out on the streets? Probably not. It's nice. I'm glad it's not bright metallic shiny silver. So it is a little more unique. I got my brush wet. Let's see the effects of it this way. Ooh, very metallic, very high shine. It is pretty, but it's just not a wow for me. So there is the shade Wench. I've been called a wench a time or two in my day. You guys, these next three shades, I have been dying to get here. I have just been waiting for this moment, especially this next one. I mean, all three really are so freaking stunning, at least in the pan. So these are the last three mattes. We're first starting with the shade Night of Frolic. And these look so vibrant. I'm imagining I might have some fallout and I'm going to start looking like more of a wreck than I already do. So bear that in mind. Okay, let's go. This is like just the most beautiful red wine. A little more berry, obviously, than red. Definitely a lot more berry. But you know what I'm saying. Just that deep, yummy, yummy color. Oh my god, you guys, do you see that? Doesn't that just make your heart smile? Like, doesn't that just fill you with so many good feelings? For me, at least, I feel like my body legit responds to color, and I love it so much. And very, very minimal fallout. I am very impressed. Because these kind of red, burgundy, purpley shades can be a little tricky to formulate without making super powdery to be able to get them to show up really, really nicely. So that is impressive. Even for ColourPop, that's impressive. From brands I've talked to, I know these shades are not easy to create successfully. So hats off to them because it looks like ink. Like it looks like paint on my eyeball. It looks like it would be a cream, but it's a powder. And I use very minimal base for these shades. That's why, like, ColourPop speaks for itself. Their formulation is stunning. And people, do not sleep on this palette. The looks you could create, the magic you could make throughout fall for whatever type of vibe you're feeling, whether it's just classic smoky eyes, some glamour, some color, some mystery, you have it all. It's, oh god, I could cry. It's so beautiful. So that is just breathtaking. What is there to even say? The next shade is called Dead Man's Toe. Again, we have another matte here. Some fallout with this one. Again, no problem if you're going to use these really, really saturated shades. Maybe just do your foundation after you do your eyes. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I am speechless. Holy shit, that is a lot of fallout there. You know, like I said, it comes with sometimes with the purples and the reds and the blacks and the blues. What if I cover it up like that for like a second? I don't want it to take away from the beauty of the eyeshadow because it really is such a stunner. It is so rich. You can have so much fun with this shade. We're on the last of the mattes. This next one is Bewitched. Ooh. Again, they look like ink or they look like cream. So vibrant. And I love how somewhat like dingy and just smoky this one is. It's so dark green that you almost can't tell that it's green. I mean, you can, but I love that. I love it. Especially, just this whole column here. I mean, all these columns tell a really beautiful story. You can really get a specific look. Like, you don't have to think really hard if you want to, or jump around and, you know, create your own thing. But this specific column, I adore. I just love it. It is so beautiful. Look at that green. If you're a green lover, you would be so pleased. That is Bewitched, and I'm bewitched. What can I say? It's gorgeous. And the very last shade, I am sad it's over. Oh, and it's perfectly named Goodbye Cruel World. Right here. And I can't quite make out what type of shade this is. Maybe like a dull bronzy color? I don't know. Let's have a look here. I love that it's a shimmer. That's unique. What is that? It's so interesting. It's like somewhat coppery, yet there's almost like an underlying like dark gray tone to it, which it just makes it really fascinating. That is really interesting. There's a bit of like a gray border going around it. I wonder what that's about. Let me take my blending brush for a second and see what it looks like if we were to blend around those edges. I get the feeling that this one's almost like a sequins formula in the way that it's kind of matte, but it has the shimmer in it, but it's not actual pieces of glitter. It's an actual shimmer. And it's strange for sure. I don't think everyone would love this shade blended out. What I would probably do with this shade, because I'll be honest, I don't like that gray ring around it. I would jump into like On Toast, which was that really warm brown, and pop that around it. Yeah, and that makes it, like, literally heaps better. I understand why they'd have to have that gray base in there to kind of give it this kind of murky gray effect. But when you do go to blend it out, it gets a little weird. So I would just pop any of those warm browns, or you could even do purple, any kind of contrasting color around the edges to try and make that weird gray situation chill out a little bit. And then go ahead in with Goodbye Cruel World. And that will make it a lot more seamless. It doesn't now because I kind of did it backwards originally. But when you're building a look with this shade, I would definitely start with a different transition tone because that did definitely blend out kind of strange in gray. Other than that, I love the color. Let's wet the brush. I don't even know what type of effect this will have because it's so unique and kind of strange. But let's give it a go anyway. It's weird. I don't know how to describe it. I also kind of want to try it with Bewitched. That might be interesting as well. I mean, any of these. I want to experiment more with that one. That's interesting. But yeah, you guys, that is the shade Goodbye Cruel World. Last but not least, you guys, we have the two Glitterily Obsessed glitters. Cat lovers unite. This is the sweetest little packaging. Little Thackery Banks, so cute. So this one is called Another Glorious Morning. All right, they officially got all, I haven't even seen the lids for these yet. Are you kidding me? It's literally Thackery Banks on these. Okay, if you didn't want anything from the collection, but you wanted something just for like nostalgic purposes, I would pick up a glitter. Just simply for little Thackery up here. Just simply for the little kitty. He's looking so cute. Okay, so this is Another Glorious Morning. It looks quite peachy. And we'll just pop this on the hand because I never know where to swatch these. They're technically for your body. We've seen shades like this with the Glitterily Obsessed before, definitely. It's kind of teal, kind of orange, kind of yellow, kind of peachy. It's like that standard fairy sparkle, you know what I mean? And then Amok. I was really nervous. Do you guys remember that? I was really nervous that they didn't do... Oh, this one looks awesome. Oh, by the way, this packaging as well, lined with the cauldrons. I love that detail. I love that detail. It definitely makes it a lot more special. And this is Amok. And here is Amok. This one I really, really like. I have no idea where or when I would ever use this. But whoa, whoa, that's crazy. I didn't notice that at first. This is the special one. Do you see? I'm gonna try and zoom in, but right here when I hold my hand like this, they get neon pink. Like, I mean neon. Right there. Oh, right there. See it? It is really, really, really cool. When you're just looking at it straight, all these little tiny, tiny, tiny glitters are green, purple, pink, blue, kind of rainbow. And then you have this magenta pink or kind of purple. But then when you angle it certain ways, it gets orange and hot pink and really fiery and really awesome. I wonder if it'll notice that in the pot as well. It's just really cool. See that right there? So yeah, you guys, that is it for the Hocus Pocus collection. This launches September 30th. And of course, you guys can use, I think you'll be able to use my affiliate code, which is SHAE, S-H-A-E, and that saves you some money off of your ColourPop purchase. Do not feel any pressure to use it if you're not comfortable, I understand. But just let me say this, please. If you use it, I appreciate it more than you know. It means the world to me. I appreciate you so much. You're the only reason why I'm allowed and able to do this for you guys, and I'm so undeserving, and I really am undeserving of all you guys give me, so please know I'm so grateful for you, and I love you guys. So yeah, anyway, that was a lot. It's 11 o'clock, so I'm getting a little dramatic. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye!